Hallo und herzlich willkommen zur neuen Folge von Giants Talk. Heute haben wir unsere zwei neuen Import-Coaches bei mir. Einerseits unseren Rückkehrer Coach Rhoades als Offensive Coordinator und andererseits Coach John Rock als Co-Offensive Coordinator und Wide Receiver Coach. Beide mit sehr viel Erfahrung in Europa und mit bestimmt vielen interessanten Insights in ihre Karriere und in ihre Arbeit.
All right, Coach Rhoades, welcome back to Graz. I'm really happy that we made it possible. So we were talking already since I think October about if it's possible, in which capacity, and then at the end we found an agreement, and we said like you were able to come back as offensive coordinator for this year. So welcome. I'm really happy to have you here.
Well, I appreciate that, Coach. It's it's great to be back. Kind of had this in the back of my mind for a long time, frankly, and people have been great, and just really excited about the opportunity.
Yeah, I say welcome back because it's their second time in Graz.
It is.
So you had a really successful first part here in Graz of your career. What changed since then? So, how many seasons have you been here?
I was here for 5 years before. A lot has changed. I mean, the organization is much more sophisticated now. A lot more people involved on a daily basis. The organization has grown. I mean, there's so many activities that are part of the Giants now, much more than when I was here before.
Powerlifting? Was powerlifting around?
If it was, I wasn't aware of it. And we had cheerleaders then, and we had other teams besides the varsity, but not at the level that we have now. Thing that hasn't changed is that the people that make up the Giants are still the good people that they were when I was here before. So it's really great to be back.
Was Kippy now in a new role? Back then he was your center.
Kippy was our center, our offensive line coach. This program isn't long enough for me to list all the things that he did back then, but his role was a little bit different.
Talking Stadium Eggenberg, we're still here. I think there was stadium renovation since then, a new turf. So a lot of things happened here, but I think the atmosphere will be still the same, and we expect our first home game we're gonna play against Vikings. That will be okay.
I'd say that'll be a pretty electric atmosphere, and there's a lot of buzz around the team. I mean, there's expectations are high, which they always are with the Giants, and every week will be a big week. I mean, obviously, the league is very balanced this year. A lot of good teams, but that home opener will be pretty special.
The current focus is on the first game, so we open up in Salzburg. Also, place where you coached for some time. So after the Giants, you have seen Europe. So where have you been since then?
Might be easier to say where haven't I been since then. We've seen Europe. I mean, when circumstances arose where I had to make a change, we went to Sweden. Worked with a really good organization, a good club there. Had a great year, won the Swedish championship. Went to France. Enjoyed Paris very much. The club was a little different than I was used to, but it was a good year. Thought I was going to get out of it for a little bit, but ended up going to Poland and helping a good friend of mine there. We won 2 national championships there, just have had a chance to see Europe. And when the opportunity came to come back to Austria, Austria is a place that's really important to me. I really love Austria and the Austrian people. Had a chance to, we think, build something in Salzburg, and we were able to, in 2 years, win the Silver Bowl and go to the AFL. So, I've kind of had a chance to see a good bit of Europe, and they say life is the road of life is a circle, and I guess it is.
What makes Austrian football so special? So,
I think the way that the Austrian players approach it, I think is the thing that has really always appealed to me. I really believe that they are the last true amateur players in the world. Most of them buy their own equipment, pay a fee to play, work a full-time job, or they go to school and still play a very high level caliber of football. Their dedication is really pretty special, and I really kind of fell in love with that from the first time I ever came over here, and we've been doing this a while now.
So talking about the new season, a lot of young players on the team, also compared to your team you've had back in your last time here in Graz, but really talented players, I would say. What type of offense can we expect?
Well, we hope to be an offense that's going to stretch the field and challenge every square centimeter of the field on every single snap. I mean, I've always been a believer in the vertical passing game, and we'll try to do that as well. We do have some talented guys that have worked very hard, and we hope to make it an exciting offense that complements what should be a very good defense. Put a little pressure on you, Coach, and hope to do our part to make this a really, really special year.
Very good. Yeah. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah. Yeah, and let's have a good season.
Amen.
Coach Rock, thank you for being here. Second time in Austria.
Yes.
So you know already Austrian football. Tell me a little bit about your European experience. So you finished college, and right after you came to Europe, right?
Yeah, so I finished college in 2012 and played 8 seasons abroad in many different countries, and played in Austria. I think it was 2017, and happy to be back.
Yeah. Austria was it the first stop in Europe, or?
No, my first stop was actually in Frankfurt, Germany.
Okay, Frankfurt, Germany, because you have a long time experience already in Europe, so playing for different teams. Now coming back to Austria, what do you think about Austrian football? What is different maybe here?
Well, I think if you compare the leagues in Europe, Austria is probably one of the top leagues. So I knew that if I was going to come back, I wanted to be at one of the higher levels.
Yeah. Your current position is as a co-offensive coordinator,
Yes.
wide receiver coach. What can you tell us about the receiver group at the beginning?
I think we have a really good receiver group. We're really deep. It's probably one of our deepest positions on the team, and I think we've got good young guys. Got a lot of talent on the outside and on the inside, and happy to work with them.
Yeah. What is the things we need to improve for this year compared to last year, or is there anything where you select that's our strengths at the moment?
Well, I think our goal is we got to push the ball down the field, stretch teams vertically, keep teams off balance with RPOs, and really just make the defenders have to cover the whole field.
Yeah. So you played quarterback as an active player.
Yep.
Then you also coached tight ends in college, wide receiver. What position do you prefer the most? So, or as a QB, is that where you think that's your main?
Well, yeah, quarterback.
Passion?
Yeah, quarterback's my passion. But playing quarterback, you always had to kind of coach the receivers too. Hey, where do you want to be on this route? What do you see in the defense? Quarterbacks have to read coverages just like receivers do. So I think getting receivers to know coverages, where to be on different spots of the field, playing quarterback has kind of helped me coach receivers in that aspect.
Because we talked tight end coaching in college, how would you compare coaching college football to European football in Austria, for example?
Yeah.
What are the differences?
Well, I think this is kind of run like a college program in the sense that it's college programs year round with spring football. When you're not doing spring football, you also have off-season training programs. So I think compared to when I first came to Europe compared to now, the off-season programs are much more detailed in the way guys are training, guys are working year-round, guys are doing field work on the off-season. So I think just having a year-round program, getting the guys physically ready as well as mentally prepared, is kind of the big difference.
Yeah. What are the challenges here? Because in college you have to play 24/7 where you can meet with them all the time.
So there's just meeting times. When you're coaching in college, from the minute they wake up till the minute they go to bed, it's eat, sleep, training for football. So I think that's a challenge. Having meeting times or getting the players together every single day. Just getting players on the same page and knowing what you expect from them. And I think, having meeting times every day kind of, you just have more time to game plan with them and more communication.
Yeah, absolutely. Graz, have you had some time already to explore Graz a little bit?
Yes, of course, one of my first nights here, went out to a nice restaurant and got typical Austrian cuisine. So the food's good here, and of course, I enjoy a good Austrian beer too.
Have you tried the backhandle salad already?
No, I don't think I have.
That's the fried chicken on a salad.
No, I haven't. I
Yeah,
haven't
I
yet.
think we can
I
make
heard it's
the-
a typical Styrian dish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kernel. What is it again?
Pumpkin seed oil.
Pumpkin seed oil.
No, I
So-
haven't tried the pumpkin seed oil. I noticed that's kind of unique to this area. So
Yeah.
that's on my list.
Yeah. So once it's nice outside, we can go to those Portenschlagers and those typical restaurants here too. But I think soon it's gonna be. So when it's getting better, season starts also. What are your expectations this year for this
Well, I
season?
think our expectations are definitely high this year. Austrian Bowl. It's kind of Austrian Bowl or bust. So hopefully we can make the steps, along the way and to get there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we open up out away against Salzburg. It's our first game where all our focus is on the moment, and yeah, I think we are ready for then our second game at home opener, Vienna Vikings.
Yep.
Should be then first time in Graz, full house again.
Yeah. I think we have a very competitive schedule this year. With the kind of more condensed league, it's definitely going to be more competitive each game, and especially playing teams twice. They're going to have film on us, so it's going to be tough to kind of show different looks the second time around, knowing that they've already played us once. So it'll be interesting, but I know Coach Rhoades has some familiarity with the Ducks, so hopefully we can put together a nice game plan and get ready for them.
Yeah. All right. Then welcome in Graz again.
Yep.
And let's go Giants.
Go Giants.
Ja, und das war schon wieder. Ich glaube, wir haben sehr viele interessante Einblicke bekommen in das Training, in die Vorbereitung, in die Karrieren von den beiden neuen Coaches. Und ja, jetzt geht es auf die Zielgerade und bald geht's los mit unserem Season Opener in Salzburg. Let's go Giants!